Hello 108 students, Mr. McHugh back here for my second take on section 8.6 page 3. Did this once but ran into some technical difficulties, so I'm going to give it another shot here. And good news, we've just got two big concepts to cover here, so let's go and take a crack at looking at, and I was telling last video, I said I love these problems on example 6. They go objective 3, solve radical equations with indexes greater than 2. And so they're going to give you equations and they're going to take radicals with cube roots, or to the fourth, or to the fifth, but it's going to be on both sides, and you're going to go, oh, how do I solve these? Just like the last time, instead of squaring both sides, guess what? If you have a cube root, guess what? If you cube it, cubing undoes the cube root. On both sides, you maintain balance, and the radical drops down. And so all of a sudden you go, that's all you have to do, and you look at these problems, you recognize the pattern, and you can go straight down to it's nice to show that you take the cube on both sides, but then you just realize that it undoes the radical, it goes away, and the radical sign goes away, excuse me, and then the radical drops down, and then solve the fairly easy algebra equations. In this case we added z to both sides, minus 6 on both sides. Next thing you're left with is z equals 11, and you're done. Okay, and then step 4, this is the kicker. Don't forget to check your solutions. You got to check them. Okay, please remember to do that. Stick 11 in for z. You find out that it's a true statement, so your solution set is 11 in this case. Okay, now what's happening here is objective 4 we don't do in class. I don't require graphing calculators, so I don't want you to worry about learning how to use these. I'd rather have you do problems by hand as much as possible. So, and example 5, you're going to see on the next page, page 4, but we are not going to do it, so you don't have to watch that video. I'm going to put it up there and put a 30-second disclaimer on there or something like that. So we're not doing them. I did it the first semester, and it's a lot of work, and I just have decided with the short amount of time we have to let them go. So you can look at the example in the one problem if you want. You're more than welcome to, but you will not see any problems like that. Okay, so objective 5 is what we're left with here, and we're going to continue our work with dealing with formulas and being asked to isolate a specific variable. And what you're finding out through your algebra principles and properties of equality, that any variable, no matter where it is in an equation, can be untangled, if you want to use that phrase, and isolated. And so in this problem, in this section, they want you to, since we're working with radicals, there's a few problems out there, and I apologize, I do not know what Z, L, and C is here. It looks like it could be a physics problem, but if somebody had to work with this all the time, if you had a friend and they say, could you isolate the C variable for me so I don't have to keep jumping through the hoops all the time, and you would see the radical. And your first guess and the big step is to square both sides. Okay, that radical, to undo the radical, to untwine the C, squaring both sides gives you this result right here. Z squared equals L divided by C. So everything underneath the radical drops down. And then what I did was I cross multiplied, and you want to remember that Z squared can be divided by 1. Anything can be divided by 1, but sets up ratio equal to ratio. This is called proportion, therefore cross multiply. So go across, z squared times, I didn't show this work, z squared times c would equal 1 times L, and our goal is to isolate the c variable, so divide both sides by z squared, and there's your answers. C equals L divided by z squared. Okay, Mr. McHugh here. We are done. I'm hoping this time anyway on page 3. Check in on page 4 real quick. I might have something to say, but not too much. So, okay, that's it for now, and I'll catch you for page 4. Okay, bye.